This, ladies and gentlemen, is an expansion to a board game. Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we are going to be taking a look at the newest expansion for Tapestry, and that's Fantasies and Futures. And yes, you see this correctly. It is literally packaged in a kind of a thick mailing envelope. The whole point of this being that everything you need in here you have to have the main game and easily fits in that main box. So they figured, why not create some packaging that's more eco-friendly, and I'm all for it. I generally like to consolidate my games into as few boxes as possible. I also am in the camp that really doesn't like to throw away my expansion boxes even though they're dead empty. I feel like somebody spent a lot of time on that box art. It's a decently produced box. I just hate to just always be throwing them away. So this kind of solves that problem for me. I'm not going to feel bad about throwing this envelope away, and it's just one less thing that I have to worry about storing or taking up space in my trash can. So without further ado, let's get into this. And I guess this isn't really an unboxing. This is more like a unveiling or de-enveloping. I don't honestly know what to call it. So one of the biggest parts of this expansion is the consolidated rule books. So several things here. So what this is right here is a decently sized rule book, but they have gone ahead and consolidated the rule book along with all of the expansion rule books. Do you need all of the expansions to be able to make sense of this? No. Things are easily going to be identified. For example, here, this is the Artisans and Arts and Fantasies and Futures and Plans and Ploys is listed in here, and yeah, there's Plans and Ploys. So I think this is highlighted in early on here. Yeah, Plans and Ploys, Arts and Architectures, Fantasies and Futures. So everything's easy to identify as to which you need to be paying attention to, but this way you don't have to keep up with 4 rule books. Again, you could throw those away or you could not. This is also giving you a consolidated rule book for the Automa. So they're giving you Shadow Empire variants, difficulty levels. This is the revised Automa rulebook, so nothing basically has changed that much, but they've kind of fine-tuned some things, as well as the scenarios that give you just a different way to play, and these are meant to be played solo. So all of this is consolidated into one Automa rulebook, and then just a single sheet for the Shadow Empire book. But this is also a much smaller size. So whether you would consider that a good thing or not, I don't know. But there you have it. So that's one of the biggest things that's going to be here in this box. And let's look at all of the new stuff as I throw it all across the board. All right, so we have some new civilizations. Ooh, the Artificer. And again, remember, the theme of this pack is Fantasies and Futures. Artificers, Celestials, little Cloud City vibe there. The Elder Ones, Fae Folk, Genies, Illuminati, Merfolk, Psionics, Wee Folk, and Werefolk. Okay, so a lot of fantasy-driven civilizations there. And here are some new capital city boards. Now, starting with the expansions, the capital city boards are adding actual, things that happen when you fill up each section, or say in this case, this one looks like there's 4 will-o-wisps live on impassable terrain near water. After income turn 5, lose 5 points per landmark that is on reeds orthogonally adjacent to a will-o-wisp, and gain 3 per landmark on the city that is not on reeds. Okay, so just basically a different rule set for the capital cities. Ooh, there's unicorns on the savannah. The Vale. Interesting. City in a bottle. I like it. Playing into what was on the cover. Okay. The Netherworld. And Polar. Okay. So there are the capital city maps, the civilizations. Here are the Tapestry cards that you're going to see. So, interdimensional trade, the Kraken. Oh, I like the Kraken. League of the Charmed. Living Cities. Lost Artifacts. I'm going to start going through these a little quicker now. If you guys really care to, you can always pause and read these for yourself. Robotic Decoys. Alright, so those are the new Tapestry cards. What else do we have here? Looks like some more Tapestry cards. Alright, so we have, this looks like Automa. Oh no, these are the Shadow Empire variants. Okay, so Shadow Empire variants, more Tapestry cards. Citadel of Power. Doppelgangers. Ghost Ship. Ghost Town. Good Omens. Okay, so here, is one of the new traps. So we have... Okay, you may discard this when your opponent tries to conquer your territory. If you do, topple their outpost and gain one of these charm bonuses. So just a little different trap card. So if you're not familiar with those, in the other expansions, they started adding more unique trap cards that come into play. And then the last set of cards here looks like some technology cards. So what do we have here? We have the Bird Watching Perch landmark, the Castle landmark, and the Villa landmark. So this is how they've been adding landmarks in via the expansions, similar to how sometimes they're in the technologies in the base game, they're adding these landmark cards that you can add them. But there's no miniatures, obviously, with this expansion because everything fit in the envelope. So I'm wondering if these are errata cards here. Tuck right half beneath city. Okay. Not 100% sure what those are. And then we have some technology cards here. So, Golem Minions Oil Paint. Flip this card single use. Flip this card single use. Oh, I guess because you can only... Because there are some times where you can get to the top and you can regain something that's already sitting up there. So I guess you flip this and you're only getting, it as credit for having X number of technology cards. Transmorphication. Weather control. Oil paints and gold. All right, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, this was a... meant to be a eco-friendly expansion, It's not going to be in a box. It's just going to be in the envelope. So if you're at your friendly local game store looking for this, don't be looking for a box. But I think this is really nice because it adds a little bit of everything, except for the miniatures. It's really not adding any new little miniatures, which some people really, that's their draw to the game. I get it. But the consolidated rule book and some of these civilizations and capital city boards look really fun to try out. So that is going to do it for our unboxing of Fantasies and Futures. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.